You have power over your mind, not the outside world. Realize this, and you will find strength. These words from Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius define the very outlook of Stoicism. Not to cut yourself off from emotion, but to be in touch with them and to learn to control them to better yourself. This very outlook lies at the very heart of one of my all-time favorite characters in Adventure Time, Flame Princess. Looking back on her story, you see somebody who seeks to overcome her volatile nature and understand the kind of person she wants to become for her own betterment and for those around her. She's a character that I feel is rather underrated when it comes to her character development, because in all honesty, I feel like she is up there with some of the best written character development in Adventure Time, and I really hope they do more with her going forward now that they've reintroduced her, because honestly, she deserves more. What is good, folks, and welcome back to Sage Thoughts, and today I want to take a closer look at this story. I want to tell y'all the story of the kindred flame that is Flame Princess.
You want a hug?
Ooh, a lady friend. Do tell.
I shouldn't say.
You can tell me.
Flame Princess! Who's hanging out with Flame Princess?
What? No. I thought I'd be ready for this. You're a hero, Finn. You're my hero. No.
Adventure Time, all new episode, Monday at 7:30, 6:30 Central. Only on Cartoon Network.
She's crazy jealous.
Finn!
I still remember the episode that Flame Princess debuted in as if it were yesterday. I was 10 years old at my cousin's place, and the promo for this episode came up talking about Insidium, this TV novella-ass episode hyping up that it was going to change the dynamics of Adventure Time going forward. The day before the day of love, things are going to change.
A lady for my laddie.
And immediately, I found myself drawn to Flame Princess and her story with Finn when the episode debuted. From her introduction, Flame Princess was set up to be unstable and possibly evil. Her early relationship with Finn was built on this shaky ground. Her purpose in the story was to be Finn's rebound because he could not be with Princess Bubblegum, and he could not fully get over that at the time. So, you take a volatile ball of anger with no fundamental understanding of consequences and an immature Finn that still is far away from fully understanding his feelings and moving past them. Reasonably, this would be a setup for disaster and this relationship would be bound to be a train wreck. But it isn't. Finn sees Flame Princess's innocence and naivete as proof that she isn't evil. He's seen beyond the exterior and recognized that she's just somebody who's passionate and needs more worldly experience to find herself. She just needs people who truly care about her and treat her as an actual person. And even if he is in an emotional state, Finn still cares about Flame Princess and wants to do what's right for her and wants to be with her despite how many times he gets burned. And that's what makes Flame Princess fall for him in the first place. She sees that he is willing to defy the laws of nature for her, and considering she never had anybody in her life do something selflessly for her, it has an impact on her. Remember, Flame Princess was sealed in a lamp for most of her life, surrounded by the machinations of her father and the ruling class in the Fire Kingdom. She grew up in an environment where ruthlessness and selfishness were rewarded, while kindness and selflessness were often just seen as weakness. She was locked up and pent up her emotions and resentments to the point where she was ready to lash out at a world that had done nothing but hurt her. Yet here she sees Finn open about his emotions and it affects her. She falls for him because he treats her like an actual person, not a potential threat or a monster. The more time she spends with Finn and the more she learns about the world around her, the more she begins to channel her emotions into something positive, using her anger and violent tendencies to fight evil and to protect people, the people that she cares about. However, their issue still lies that her powers are inherently tied to her emotions, and because she is inexperienced in the real world and with relationships, any emotional outburst can cause her to go nuclear. She's defined by her emotions that she has both figuratively and literally bottled up her entire life. And we get slow inklings of problems that we'll get to in a moment, that whenever Finn describes what he likes about Flame Princess and their relationship, he always talks about the danger aspect of Flame Princess. That's usually the first things he brings up. Put a pin in that, because we're gonna get back to that in a second. We'll get there. Right now, things are good. I was locked into their relationship as a kid because these two were just idiots figuring this out. These were kids with no real experiences and just kind of figuring things out as they go. They are emotional, they are volatile, but they are also very adorable in how their relationship is portrayed, because these are just two kids finding young love, and I couldn't help but gravitate towards that. Finn believes that Flame Princess can be more than what her dad and everyone around them thinks that she can be, and he will always stand by her no matter what. And that touches FP's heart because she has no experience in the real world. She's had nobody that really believes in her that much. She's new in the world, she's inexperienced in everything, and she's naive in a lot of things. But she's slowly maturing as she sees more of the world and learns about its people. She's learning more about the world and creating connections with people outside of it, and she starts caring about these connections. And if that isn't proof that she's not evil, I don't know what is. And when I tell y'all I was shook when this whole thing came to an end and how much I wanted this relationship to continue, looking back, I don't see any other path that this could have went down, because these are two very dumb and inexperienced teenagers. And of course, they were going to make a teenager mistake. As I've alluded to over the past X amount of minutes, this relationship was built on very shaky grounds. Finn is attracted to the danger of being with FP, while at the same time being very controlling over FP and wanting to prove that she is not evil. If not, then pull her over to the side of good. This was inherently a very toxic setup from the get-go. And we see all of this reach a boiling point in Frost and Fire, because Finn finds enjoyment in Flame Princess beating Ice King's ass in a very hormonal teenager type of way, if you know what I mean. And it's this desire and perceived cosmic importance that justified Finn betraying Phoebe's trust and using her own insecurities to bait her into fighting Ice King again. And it's only after that, after seeing the damage that these two cause and the harm that he's causing both of them, does he realize the mistake that he's made and that he's maybe gone too far in this. But it's too late. We see how he's been acting like a giant man-child, and there's no way to really fix this.
You blew it.
Huh?
When he admits what he's done to Flame Princess, she is just checked out. She is not hearing any of his excuses or attempts at justifying what he's done. All she is hearing is that he betrayed her, that he manipulated her for his own personal gains, and rightfully so. She distances herself from him. She very easily could have burnt this man to a crisp and give into those emotions that we all know would have been bubbling underneath the surface. But in a sign that she is growing, she just distances herself. She is not hearing Finn out any further. She says she needs some space and she leaves to go clear her head. This was the boy that she loved. Finn made her believe that she could be more than what her father and the world told her she could be. Was all of those lies? Was the world doing nothing but lying to her the entire time? Was Flame Princess's life built on a lie? She starts to think back on the events of her life, attempting to put everything into context and to put everything into a greater perspective. The Flame King and Princess Bubblegum lied and manipulated her out of fear, and now her boyfriend was doing the very same. And in her inner turmoil, she keeps coming back to the same question. Why do people have secrets? Why should the world be built around lies? And that's where she meets Cinnamon Bun, somebody who is genuine and the only person she knows to be honest all the time. He tells her exactly what's on his mind, and he always tells her the truth. Why can't more people be like Cinnamon Bun? And that's when she gets that epiphany. Yeah, why can't more people be like him? In fact, this might be the person that I want to be like. And that's when she decides to go back home. Phoebe wanted to do for the Fire Kingdom what Finn had done for her, but leaving out the biggest mistake that Finn ever made. She does not want a kingdom to be built on lies and dishonesty. She's moving past that, and she's moving the Fire Kingdom past that. She wants to move away from the ruthlessness and treachery that had defined the previous Flame King's rule. And while she does still have resentments and anger towards her father, she chooses to show him mercy, simply imprisoning him and showing him the damage that he's done to his kingdom and to her will not be carried on into the future. Eventually, she's willing to let him go, hoping that life outside of leadership will do him some good and help him become a better person, because she knows firsthand that a life being bottled up does nothing but further harm. Even if he will never apologize for the things that he's done to her, she's not looking for that. She's grown past that. All she wants is to just close that chapter of her life and move on. Speaking of moving on, one of the things that I find the most endearing about Flame Princess was that she was willing to forgive Finn for everything that he's done. She's moving on from it. It's in the past. And so is their relationship now. While she still cares about him and is willing to keep a platonic relationship with him, that part of her is gone now. He broke her trust and he's gonna have to work to get that trust back, but it's never going to be the same again. They're going to have to make something new. He broke her heart, but they both still care about each other and deeply understand each other, and they at least want to keep things amicably as possible. And we see that no matter what, they will always have each other's back. When one of them needs help, the other will come and support them, no questions asked. They've accepted their past and they've moved on from it and growing past it. They were two kids in their first real relationship. They had a lot of growing up and maturing to do, and unfortunately, was only going to be done separately. And while the feelings that they once had for each other are gone, they are still able to keep moving forward and be essential parts of each other's lives moving forward.
And we did fuck my girl. I'm still standing here screaming fuck the free world. You'll never try to judge me, dude. You don't know what the fuck I've been through. But I know something about you. You went to Cranbrook. That's a private school.
Flame Princess's story is inherently tied to stoicism. She is the stoic philosopher king like Marcus Aurelius. She reached a sort of inner peace with her emotions and was able to channel them towards the good of her people, able to show strength and conviction when required and modesty and reservation when needed. In contrast to the extravagant and boisterous Flame King, Phoebe is a servant to her people and will always do right by them. She cares about her people much like Princess Bubblegum, but unlike Bonnie, she actually respects her people's rights and treats them as equals. Instead of extinguishing others' flames so that hers can go brighter, she channels her flame to help others grow. Flame Princess was a kid who from birth was told to bottle her emotions, that she was uncontrollable and seen as a danger to everyone around her. When she left, she'd learned that people can be more than the nature they were born with. And in spite of all of the hardships she had encountered and the heartbreaks that she felt, she was able to move past them and use them as fuel for her growth. She learned that she had no control over the world around her or what happened to her or what was going to happen in the future. But what she does have control of was her reaction to it and what she was going to do next. The beauty of Flame Princess's story is that no matter what, we can all have control of our own growth. We just have to find that internal fire to fuel that growth. I hope y'all enjoyed the video today, folks, and if you did, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button down below if you like Adventure Time content, because honestly, I want to take a deeper dive into a lot of this show because I really love a lot of aspects from this show and I have not had an opportunity to go on deep dives about it. So if that sounds like something y'all might want to watch, be sure to hit that sub button and keep a lookout for more down below. And be sure to hit me up in the comments down below and let me know, what do y'all like about Flame Princess? Who is y'all's favorite characters in Adventure Time as a whole? Me personally, it's still Marceline, but Flame Princess is up there in all honesty. Be sure to hit those down in the below. I'd love to check them out. But for now, I must bid you all adieu. So goodbye. Good night, Sage out.